Drew.
Hey everybody, welcome back and good morning. Freeze warning until 9 a.m. That's all of the north side counties. Until 9 a.m. this morning, then frost advisory on the south side. So a freeze warning is a little bit more elevated than a frost advisory. And if you look at regionally here, you can see that's not just us. So a lot of us in the Midwest under these advisories and warnings this morning. So be prepared for that as you head outside. Definitely give yourself a couple of extra minutes. I use this cool thing on my car windshield, and it just keeps the frost right off my windshield. So it's kind of nice. It's kind of like a little tarp that goes over your car. But if you don't have something like that, you might want to give yourself another minute or two or 5 or 10 to get out there and get prepared to drive in this, because you do not want to drive when you cannot see out that windshield. Please. For the rest of today, Tuesday, October 16th, we are going to be heating up like normal today into the 40s by noon, and then into the mid-50s, because yesterday was kind of weird. If you noticed, it started off in the 50s and then got a little colder by the afternoon time and then popped back up by about 5 o'clock. So it was a little bit weird on the temperatures yesterday. It's going to be better out today. Also notice on things like overpasses right here, it might become a little more slick, and that's because that cold air can hit both the top and the bottom. So unlike other parts of the roads where you can't get that cold air under the road like you can here, that's why it gets a little colder. So especially with these frost advisories, freeze warnings, just something to keep in mind as you're heading out. Over the last 24 hours, it's gotten, look at that, 20 degrees colder in Greencastle from yesterday. So temperatures cooling off this morning. Yesterday, we're looking at the 50s to start the day off. Now we are at the freezing benchmark and below freezing off to the north. So freezing officially is 32 degrees, and that's where we are in Greencastle as well as Robinson this morning. So we've seen the numbers actually go up and down a little bit, toggle a degree or so, which doesn't normally happen this early on. It just usually lowers into those lows over the next hour, but we've seen them go up and down a little bit. Overall, around that freezing mark, though. As we take a closer look here today on the satellite radar, Futurecast will put this into motion, and not a whole lot going on here, which means sunshine coming up for us this afternoon. Your forecast today, 57 for the high, cold and sunny. We got a breeze out of the west, southwest, 10 to 15 miles an hour. And then for the overnight, we'll drop to 40 for the low. Cold and mostly clear conditions. And then the whole entire rest of the week, the 7-day forecast stays a bit below normal with temperatures in the mid-50s. And we got a couple of cooler overnight.